G'day guys, Paul, Twins Epic Adventures. Today I'm going to do a video on tyre pressures and the difference that lowering your tyre pressure can make on different surfaces as you drive around. Righto, we'll run you through it. So what I've got here is we've got 295 70/17s on the Land Cruiser. Just got a bit of cardboard and I'm just going to mark either side of the tyre's footprint where it touches the cardboard. Currently I've got these inflated to 55 psi, but yeah, so I'll do that now. Inflate. Righto, so I've got straight edge. I'm just going to push that under the tyre until it stops, which is there. Draw that side for you. Same with this side. Making sure it's nice and straight. Size there. Right here, 55 in blue. What we're going to do is we're going to drop the pressure of the tyre 10 psi, put it down to 45, and then we'll go 35, 25, and then we'll finish it at about 12. $54.5. $44.5. And I was talking about 25 psi when we were on the gravel roads, that also, due to the sidewall here, it's ballooned out quite a lot, and that actually helps cushion the suspension, so the suspension's not doing all the work. In turn helps to keep the temperature of the shock absorbers cooler, because the sidewall of the tyre is actually doing some of the work, so it's not just rigid. But yeah, we'll pick another colour and I will show you the difference at 25. So as you can see on the ground there, 25 is quite big. The difference is near on 30 mil. So overall we're like got 60 mil more contact surface on the ground, which will make a lot of difference when you are going over corrugations because you're increasing your footprint that much larger. Now I'm going to drop it right down to 12, which is what probably the lowest I believe you should go on the sand. Otherwise you run the risk of losing like blowing a bead or something like that. But you can go right down lower than that. You can go down, you can get silly, you can go right down to 8 or 5 or whatever really. Just you will run the risk of doing a sidewall, popping a bead. I'll show you the sidewall bulge on this as well, just so you can get a bit of an idea of how far we are out now, because now we've also increased, as we're lowering these, we're also increasing the width of the tyre, so mine are 295, which is 295 millimetres. Out here where we are now, we're probably well outside that. I'm now actually using the side gliders on the tyre. So as you can see, 12 psi, we are very, very long. Our footprint is huge. We're probably close to double the width that we were at the 55. So we've got a lot more surface area on the ground, more chance of not getting bogged. When you're in the sand running low pressures like this, more contact on the ground, less chance of getting bogged. Side profile here. So as you can see, they are very, very bulgy. I'll just measure these out so we can see. So at 55, I have 245 millimeters contact patch on the ground. And if we go down to 45, I'm now at 265, so 20 mil bigger. We go to here, we're looking at 290 mil, so we're now 45 mil larger than the 55. Get out here, we're around 320, and then if we go to here, we are at 425. So pretty close to that twice our footprint on the ground. But yeah, that gives you a bit of an idea of lowering your pressures, how much of a difference it does make. Yeah, it can make quite a big difference. Right guys, so I hope that gives you a basic understanding of lowering your tyre pressure, what it's doing. Another good thing to note is for fuel usage, obviously if you have more air in your tyres, you're going to be using less fuel. So another thing to note guys, if you are lowering your tyre pressures, you're going to use more fuel because you have a larger surface area touching the ground, therefore more fuel will be burnt. So when we have our caravan on the back, we seem to find we have our tyres up a little bit more, up around that 50 mark, just to give us similar tyre, I suppose, handprint on the ground. Yeah, there is a good way to test if your tyres are the correct pressures or whatever. It's called the 4 PSI rule. So what you do is you would inflate your tyre to your desired PSI that you think you should be at. Go for an hour-long drive, and then test re-put your gauge back on, and see what the pressure is inside the tyre. If it's raised above 4 PSI, then the tyre is getting too hot, and you don't have enough air in there. If it didn't go up to the 4 PSI, so if it only went say 2 PSI, then the tyres are running too cold, and you need to put a little bit more air in them. So yeah, and if you're at that 4 PSI, it is spot on, and you will be optimised fuel economy and everything. And you're also going to make sure you're getting the longevity out of your tyres. Yeah, so that's all I've got for you today guys. Hope you've thoroughly enjoyed the video. If you like what you're seeing, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you out there. Bye guys.